Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey, and my brand new book, The Empowered Divine Feminine, Becoming an Unstoppable Woman in the 21st Century and Beyond. All of my 11 books are available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do tarot readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, twin flame romance, general readings, life path and purpose. You can book that at my website, michellefondinauthor.com. Welcome to the Twin Flame Tarot reading for January 2024. Happy New Year, happy 2024. Before we begin our reading, I'd like just to say a quick message about the tarot readings that I'm going to be doing on my channel. So the catchphrase for my YouTube channel for 2024 is spiritual development. Really major focus on the word development, spiritual development. And so all of my tarot readings are going to really focus on this principle of spiritual development rather than anything having to do with romance, the romantic connection. There will be a few cards on that, but we are going to majorly focus this year on spiritual development. To get started, we're going to say a blessing over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be at the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to all involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away all lower energies with your sword of light. Romance Angels, Twin Flame Angels, please help twin flames around the world understand what they need to know to learn and to grow. So we're going to get started with Divine Feminine energies, as their energies are moving toward Divine Masculine on their spiritual journey this year, especially January of 2024. So here we go. Divine Feminines, what do you need to know about your spiritual journey, your spiritual development here? Divine Feminine, Twin Flames, Divine Feminines in this collective. We've got 2 of Cups, a loving exchange. I feel like these are the energies of love, romance, but also bliss and partnership coming together. This is about loving exchange, a partnership exchange, but also just like the balance of love, romance, and partnership. The word that's coming through the strongest in this is partnership. Partnership can mean a lot of things, but one of the things that it does mean is companionship. Another thing through partnership and companionship means a melding of energies, melding 2 energies together that sometimes are very, very different. So when you're melding 2 energies together, what it requires is something bigger than yourself. It requires this bird's eye view that includes things like compromise, hearing the other person's position, listening skills. And I really have a feeling that Divine Feminines, you are learning this primarily on your spiritual journey. Let's get a healing card here. So we have these Whispers of Healing cards, and let's just get what is Divine Feminine working through as it pertains to that 2 of Cups energy. So Twin Flame Angels, Romance Angels, what are Divine Feminines working through? And we have control. So this is about letting go of control issues, letting go of the need to control the other person in the 2 of Cups, whether that's through the romantic connection, a partnership. It's let go of control. You don't need to be controlling. You don't need to have control of this situation. It's about surrendering, allowing the other person to be who they are, relinquishing control, because control comes through insecurity. Control, the need to control comes through a lack of self-awareness, a lack of self-worth. And when we feel we need to control another person, it's usually that we do not have the inner control required to be in control of one's self. Now, many of my books help to teach you this, how to be in control of yourself. Twin Flame Union, and notably the newer book, The Empowered Divine Feminine, really helps to teach you how to be in control of yourself so that you are not tempted to control other people. So let's go ahead and see what else are Divine Feminines healing via this Two of Cups energy for January of 2024. Power animal. Working with a power animal, a spirit guide, a spirit animal, the energy of the power animal that resonates the closest with you, and looking at their traits. Look at their traits, look at their strengths, and you can draw energy from the strength of the power animal that you are most drawn to. Let's have a look at Divine Masculine energies, their spiritual development for January 2024. Divine Masculines in this collective. What is your energy like here for January? Queen of Wands, stylish trendsetter, it says, but I believe this is self-confidence. Queen of Wands has a lot of self-confidence. Queen of Wands has a lot of self-worth. So what Divine Masculines are working on is their self-confidence and self-worth, and seeing themselves as something royal, if you will, something special. And this seems to have been a struggle for them, to see themselves as something special, to see themselves as something royal, right? Having the royal blood. And we're saying this to have a metaphor that you guys can attach to. It doesn't mean the monarchy, if you will. We're just talking about, energetically speaking, having a higher level of energy, feeling your worthiness, feeling as if you are more worthy than how you have felt about yourself before. So let's see, what are they healing? What are Divine Masculines healing through this Queen of Wands energy on their spiritual growth, their spiritual development? Negativity, they are healing this sense of negativity. Negative self-talk, being negative on themselves, talking themselves down. If somebody else tries to talk them up or give them a compliment, often these Divine Masculines have talked themselves down. No, that's not really me. No, I'm not worth it. No, I'm not well educated. No, I'm not handsome. No, I'm not whatever it is. With this Queen of Wands energy that they are really gearing up toward, they are moving away from the negativity of negative self-talk, moving into their confidence and strength, moving away from, I just see them really like denying themselves positive words about themselves, whether it's coming from them, their own head, or whether it's coming from another person. So DM, what else are you working with through this Queen of Wands energy for yourself and your spiritual development? The throat chakra, there you go. I said speaking about themselves in a negative way. So third chakra is about speaking your higher self truth, your higher spiritual truth, being able to articulate your needs, wants, desires, being able to articulate your boundaries, being able to articulate love, for example, loving words, loving kindness, first toward yourself, but also toward another person. They're really working on this need to heal this throat chakra away from negativity. Negative thoughts equals negative words. and they are working toward getting toward that high spiritual truth, which is truth about who they are as a person. And a lot of times you can talk yourself down so much that the words you say do not display the truth. You're deluding yourself. And it's funny because I was going to say deluded, and it came out diluting, like D-I-L-U-T-E-D, I believe, diluting. And I really feel that that's what they're doing. They are diluting themselves. They're distilling themselves, making themselves less than who they really are. And they're healing that in January through the Queen of Wands energy. For the twin flame couple, the energetic match through their spiritual development, what is this looking like for January of 2024? Justice, fairness, and balance. Fairness and balance. The twin flame couple is learning to be more fair, more balanced, again, geared more toward the truth. Now, you know as well as I know that the real justice system is not always geared toward truth. Most often, it's not. It's geared toward who has the better attorneys, who has the better lawyers. It's not always geared toward truth, but in the utopian sense of the word, justice is about truth. And here, the twin flame couple is really striving to do what's right. The twin flame couple, as an energetic couple in spiritual development, is trying to be balanced. But let's see how this is working itself out for the twin flame couple in January. Okay, so for justice, for the twin flame energetic match couple, what is this looking like for their spiritual development with justice? Please and thank you. You gotta shuffle again because this is not coming. They're not coming out. Dear angels and guides, please help us understand what is happening for twin flames through the justice card. Boundaries, boundaries. This is healthy. So the twin flame couple, their energy is learning to work with boundaries, proper boundaries. That is about balance, the scale, balancing the scale, fair, boundaries, balance. It's about being fair. And I have a feeling, well, I know this firsthand, of course, but I have a feeling that so many twin flame couples, as they energetically come together in the 3D and in the 5D, as they energetically come together, so many of them have had issues with setting proper boundaries or respecting the boundaries. And this is something that you both are learning in January, how to set proper boundaries and how to respect those boundaries. So let's just see what else is going on for the twin flame couple and their spiritual development. Crystals, and I feel like this is using the energy. Justice is about balancing energies here, right? We're not talking about the literal justice system. We're talking about the yin-yang balance, the balance of masculine, feminine, the balance of the duality, right? And that's really, again, what I address in my books, that you can, if you're not really aware of the nature of duality and how it all works, do check out, especially my 4 latest published books, Heal Yourself or Return to Wholeness, Twin Flame Union, Twin Flame Romance, and The Empowered Divine Feminine, which really will help you to grasp fully this nature of duality. Crystals, this is earth energy, right? It's earth energy at its finest because crystals take a long time to form in the earth, right? They could take millions of years to form in the earth. And I feel like being grounded in earth energy will help you more to balance those energies that you're needing to balance. Being stuck in worry, anxiety takes you out of your body, and being more grounded. Boundaries are something that is grounded, right? You need to have well-defined barriers to establish healthy boundaries, which is a real earth energy. You need something concrete. If you say to a person, I need you to respect me more, that might be a boundary, but it's not concrete. The other person is going to have no idea what you're talking about. They're not going to know how to respect that boundary. But if you say to a person, whether it's a person you're dating or a family member, friend, I need you to respect me more. That could mean many things, but let's just say one of the things it means, I need you to not look on my phone when I'm reading my emails, because that is private to me and to me only. And that is a concrete way in which you can articulate that specific boundary. Another specific boundary would be, I need you to say please and thank you when we are having interactions together. And that could be a display of respect, whereas respect is the very vague notion. Giving the person specifics, like saying please and thank you, is a very specific action that you would like that person to have when you are having an interaction with them. Boundaries and crystals, I really believe that crystals are the helpful form of the concrete energy that you need to be able to not only balance your energies, but set those proper boundaries. So let's go ahead and take a look at the romantic energy between twin flames. I feel like this is important because many twin flames are either in union or in an on-again, off-again relationship. And I believe taking a look at the romantic energies can be very important also to your development, because love is a high vibration, right? Love is a high vibrational frequency. So for the twin flame couple, let's have a look. Playfulness, be playful, be playful, be like a child. This can also mean, when I get the playfulness card, it also means dating, for example, being not too serious, not taking yourself so seriously, not taking the situation so seriously, being able to be like a child and be playful and fun and not take things like, what's our next step? Where are we going after this? Where are we headed? And all those curiosities that take you out of the present moment. Because playfulness allows you to enjoy the present moment with your person. So for the twin flame couples energy, with playfulness in the development of learning, because we need to learn sometimes how to be playful again as adults. What else is going on in the twin flame romantic energies? Forgiveness. So forgiveness is so integral to your spiritual development. You cannot develop fully spiritually unless you learn to forgive. Forgiveness does not excuse the actions of yourself or the other person, but forgiveness is the power that sets you free. It sets you free because you're no longer bogged down with anger. You're no longer bogged down with repetition in your mind of what happened in the past that you cannot change. We can't change the past. It frees you from the burdens in your heart. And so part of that playfulness with a twin flame counterpart is forgiveness. Really. Have you ever been in a serious argument with someone, a serious situation that seemed grave at the time? It seemed so incredibly serious that you're like, this is not a laughing matter. This is horrible. This is sinister. It's terrible. And you felt it. You felt it in your heart. You felt how awful it was. But years later, you laughed about it? Have you been in that situation? I have. I know I have. You're like in the midst of this heated debate, argument with a person who's important to you in your life, and it seems so awful at the time. But you take some time 2 years later, and then you talk about it again with that person, and you guys are laughing about it. Like, why did I get so worked up? Why was it so serious? It was really not such a big deal. And that's why I believe we have the spiritual development cards of playfulness and forgiveness together. Because when you look at a situation through the eyes of playfulness, you are not going to take yourself so gosh darn seriously. So let's go ahead and get some messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine to see really where is Divine Masculine at on their personal development. So DM, what do you need to say to DF, please, and thank you. I'm hiding the way I truly feel. Now, this is actually going to be dissolved. It's going to be dissolved because their energy throughout the month of January is the Queen of Wands, confident, right? Not afraid to say what they mean from the heart. And they're dissolving the negativity and they're working through their throat chakra issues. So that will dissolve. Today, they might be hiding the way they truly feel, but as time works this out, then they are going to be more open. Divine Masculines, what do you need to say to your Divine Feminines, please? I'm afraid you'll see the real me and not like it. Again, that negative self-talk about themselves, right? It's going away. It's going away. They're working on it this month, Divine Feminine. It might take a little longer than this month, but they're definitely working on it. Yeah, it's like hiding from themselves, afraid that you'll see the true them and not like them. That's all the negative self-talk that I was speaking about earlier. So Divine Masculine, what do you need to say to your Divine Feminine, please? I have to focus on money and financial stability right now. I have to focus on money and financial stability right now. So that's where Divine Masculine is at in their aspect of personal development, spiritual development, because here's the thing, guys. We often think of money, financial stability being the opposite of spiritual development. We're like, how could that be? Like materialism? How could that be your spiritual development? But in reality, when you can't pay your bills, when you're having trouble feeding yourself, or when you're having trouble paying off debt, try working on your spiritual development, right? But I really feel that personal struggles is a great way to work through spiritual development. But if it's either or, right? A lot of times it's like, I need to work really hard to get myself back on my feet or to stay afloat before I can work on myself. I feel if you are a true spiritual guru, you can do both, but oftentimes it's one or the other. So right now, their personal development is a lot about money, financial stability. And they are also in the background working through those items of negativity through negative self-talk, which again is a great, great way to come forth with their true feelings. Now, In a nutshell, here's what I'm seeing. Divine masculine working and focusing on money and financial stability might be seeking out financial gurus, for example. And financial gurus will often tell you, especially if they're in the motivational speaking industry, financial gurus will tell you, you can't think negatively about money if you need more money to come to you. You can't have negative thoughts about money if you want money to come to you. Money is an energy system, and as an energy system, it has an inherent energy just like anything else in life. The only way money can consistently flow into your life is if you're positive about money and if you have an open, welcoming sign on yourself saying, money, I welcome you in, you're a good energy. And so I have a feeling, and this is the way I see it, that learning how to attract money and financial stability into their lives is also going to help them attract in positive thinking about themselves. So while I said like they may not be working on both, really under the radar, underneath the surface, it's likely that they're going to be working on both, if that makes sense, but not overtly, okay? They're not going to be going, oh, well, I'm going to watch these videos on financial gurus and I'm going to be working on my negative self-talk. On the surface, that's not what they're saying. On the surface, it's more like, I need more money so I can pay off this debt. But really what's happening is they're going to be working on both, because as they learn to change the money mindset, the financial wealth and abundance mindset, they will also have to learn how to speak more positively rather than negatively to themselves, to their money, to their finances, to their bank accounts, whatever it happens to be. So the spiritual development all around looks like it looks. I'm not going to say it's good. I'm not going to say it's bad. We're not going to make an assessment. I feel like you are where you are on your spiritual development. But for divine feminines, go back and listen to how the Two of Cups is affecting you this month, how compromise with another is affecting you, how releasing control, relinquishing the need to control in a partnership, in a loving exchange, is going to make the world of difference for you. When you release the need to control, it will free you so much from the burden of having to micromanage another person, which isn't the right thing to do anyway. And just know that the couple's twin flame energy is healing itself through balance, through the law of duality, and learning how to ground into earth energies to be able to get to the truth, to justice, to balance, and work in harmony together. So I hope this was helpful, Twin Flame. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other Twin Flames, and thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy one of my 11 published books. You can join an online Twin Flame bootcamp or my meditation course. I also do some group coaching, and I do that through Patreon. All the links are below, and I will see you in the next video.